sorry, that's just anti-trans.
All right, so the first one we have is Buck Angel, the trans grifters. Enough is enough. Let me just have a quick look here. Yeah, so we're insinuating there's people that that trans in order to get attention, get money, get whatever. Doesn't sound like a good thing to me. So let's see.
Out trans grifters. Oh, it's like
We're not loud enough, are we?
I need your help. I had to move out of my studio because my landlord was harassing me. My cat was getting tased, and then he stole all of my
This person's cat was getting tased. I mean, big if true.
money. And the only reason why I moved there was because I had to evacuate because the wrong side of the internet literally hunted me down.
today we're going to talk about trans grifters. Oh, it's like as if the whole community has turned into grifters. It's out of control. I mean, I couldn't even figure out how many to pick. So I picked these four, and I hope that they will. You'll get why I picked these four out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. But before I move forward, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting. I love the comments. Thank you so much. And becoming a member. I really do appreciate that so much. Thanks for helping this channel grow like mad. It's crazy. So with that, let's just get right into it because that's why we're here. So I have this first one. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know how to pick.
I often get told
I don't know what he's trying to say here, but because apparently he's transphobic, I have to disagree with him on everything.
you look like a man.
You look like... Well, yeah, well, what's this, bro? What's not here right now, bro? What's here? You know what I mean?
I
Oh, wait, apparently there's people out there that think that my 5 o'clock shadow is, like, here downwards, so, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't trust my, my ability to see things.
okay. I'm going to get insane.
Like, I'm sorry. Why would you look like this and get upset if someone says you look like a man? Then don't look like a man, then. Don't brush your hair back when your hairline starts at the very top of your head, you know? Just a thought.
Too much trouble. But I like trouble. The earth looks flat. What do you want?
Oh, yes. Random irrelevant thing that could potentially be analogized to what I am. Wow. Amazing, Jeffrey. Amazing. Leave the children alone, please.
Want me to do? What would you like me to do? The earth
Really?
looks flat. It is not.
Shave your chest. Do something with your hair that isn't that. Have a shave. I don't know. Lots of things you can do.
I look like a man. I'm not one.
Jeffrey Marsh isn't a man, I guess. There we go. This thing here, this person, not a man. What is he? An adult human male. What could you also call one of those? I'm not sure. Let's keep going.
What?
Ouch, I disavow, but also,
This is the part where we hold a boundary. It will seem unkind, but it's very kind. When are you going to grow up?
I don't even know. I don't even know. It's fucking Jeffrey Marsh. There's just nothing you can say to people like this. Just, okay. Okay, bro, you do you. You call yourself whatever you want. I think you're a man. I don't think you're trans. At least certainly not in the same way that your average transsexual person is trans. So, hey.
When are you going to trust the experience and the human dignity?
Mate, trust people's experiences. I don't know. He's never been in an abusive relationship, I guess. You don't just trust people all the time. That's how you get fucked around with. And maybe that's why the trans communities seem to constantly being fucked around by, you know, creepy freaks in the midst, like Ava Chris Tyson and Jeffrey Marsh to an extent, you know.
Of people like me. I look like a man to you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't see the chest hair. Here we go. Very, very female chest we have here with, I think some kind of attempt to pretend there's something that isn't there. Why not shave your chest, by the way? What is this trend? Sometimes I see drag queens with like hairy chests and then they're all like done up and stuff. It's like, it looks like you forgot. You know what I mean? I just think it looks better if you just take it off, but that's just me. He's a heterogynophile. He likes it when other people treat him as a woman. Maybe. But doesn't want to be one. Sure. I mean, that's weird. But you do you, I guess. I wouldn't mind if he left like children on the internet alone. Quite honestly, it's not the fact that he looks like this that is a problem. Because I don't care that he looks like that. It's just, you know, we're all seeing a man. I'm sorry about it. You know, people can say that about me as well if they want. Like, that's fine. I don't care anymore. But like, looking like this and being that offended if someone says you look like a man, it's like, what do you want people to say? You look like a gay man. In fact, maybe you are a gay man. Who could have thought that, you know?
When are you going to join us? When are you going to join the leading scientists, for one?
I mean, what? First off, friend, you...
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm kind of committing visual terrorism on people by watching this, but hey, it's only going to get worse because we've got Lily Tino. There we go. You don't need to be feminine to be a woman. Let your balls hang low in your womanhood. Hey, listen, what do you think I used to do? Good to see you, Cameron.
Demand respect from people. I watch all your videos. You demand this respect.
To be fair, Jeffrey is roughly 70 years old or some shit at this point. He's probably old for one of those kinds of people.
Yet you give none.
That's a joke, by the way.
You come off that you're this guru of self-awareness.
All Jeffrey Marsh does, whenever someone like criticizes him or something, he just like turns it back and is like, oh, well, I'm sorry, you're insecure or something. You know, this kind of psychoanalyzing thing that I see so often. And he's like, I don't know, the narcissism is like palpable. Anytime I hear someone talk about themselves and be like, you know, I'm a mirror for the rest of the world. It's like, I just something about that alone, like, hits me the wrong way. Like, it just feels like there's this like an inflated sense of importance or something. And I don't know who actually sees someone like Jeffrey Marsh as that important, but sure.
And love, and no, you're not. You are totally not. You act like a cult leader, okay? If you were so secure in who you were and what you seem to think you are, you would not be acting this way. No way would you act this way if somebody said you're a man. People call me names all day long, okay? Who cares? I'm so secure in who I am. I understand that I am a female as you are a male. Now, I like to live as a man, though I'm not a man.
There's something so weird about like Buck Angel saying this kind of stuff, but the person he's saying it to is Jeffrey Marsh, like, who looks about as male as this person does.
Man, okay? I want people to see me as a man, but I'm not a man.
Nah, don't worry. Listen, I'll just say that I disavow it, and then anyone that calls you a homophobe, then that's up to them.
Just said applies directly to you, okay? You are one of the biggest trans grifters, okay? Because if you really truly understand what it meant.
I mean, he's emblematic of what trans grifting used to be, which is call yourself non-binary and therefore trans by extension, and then you're trans now, but you don't look anything like the other sex. You're just saying that you are it now.
And to be transsexual, you would not be speaking this way, okay? Secondly, your hashtags and everything you have is trans, non-binary, gender fluid, all that's not trans.
Doesn't he have strange academic and religious qualifications? I did look into this once, but you know what? I can't really remember because I was interested in if he had any like psychology kind of degrees or anything, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't. He did a University of the Arts. What is that? Let's have a quick look. University of the Arts, permanently closed. Oof. Alma mater. I actually don't know what that means. Bachelor of Fine Arts. I think that's about it. These all look pretty normal. Performing arts student, that's fair enough. Need to go back to copy of trannies, because it's a very bad and unhelpful thing. Yeah, maybe. I use the word tranny way too often, to be fair, but I don't know. I think people are too precious about like slurs and shit. Okay, as far as I can tell, always. I don't know about religious qualifications, but he's a Buddhist, so I don't know. White American male Buddhist. Queer, gender fluid. Uses MX. Neat.
That is something else. And why you're getting so mad if you're so grounded in who you are. And by the way, if you're the earth looks flat, what are you talking about? Should I show you a globe? Does that look flat to you? What do you, like, really, it's insane to me these people are representative of our community.
Well, they're not. Well, unfortunately, they kind of are, because it's not really up to any one of us who represents our community. And it includes allies as well. I mean, someone wants to go out and put themselves out there as like a trans ally. You can't really stop them. And they are kind of representing the community. I mean, you can make videos about them and be like, I think this person's trash, which I've done a fair amount when it comes to allies and stuff. But that's about it. So I guess in a way Jeffrey Marsh is a representative, but I don't know. If anyone tried to insinuate that myself and Jeffrey Marsh are the same thing in terms of like trans or whatever, I fervently disagree. Listen, I have no desire to go out there. I don't grow stubble most of here, but if I was able to, I wouldn't show it off everywhere. I certainly wouldn't be showing off my hairy chest. And I don't know, I still don't get the body hair thing. A lot of it just seems like kind of forced androgyny in a way, like because it's one of the things that you tend to grow when you're on T, kind of everyone seems to have it, because it's like, oh, this is my manhood or some shit. We've named the earth is round for thousands of years, ships go over the horizon. Yeah. They just like using, oh, well, this looks like this. It's a bit like, I just edited something, someone called Amethysta Herrick, they were talking about how like one of the arguments for sex being dependent on perception to an extent was like, if you have a red ball and a blue ball and then you shine a green light, they'll change color. And it's like, okay. They just like using those kind of arguments when it's completely pointless. Like obviously the earth being flat has nothing to do with Jeffrey Marsh's anything, so.
I'm tired of it, okay? I know some of you are like, who made you gatekeeper, Buck? Me. I made myself
Based, there we go.
gatekeeper. I'm now going to be...
Listen, is it not a little bit ironic that, I don't know, especially me, I'm quite anti-degeneracy, I guess. And like, I guess the knight in shining armor is literally a former fucking porn star. I don't know, there's something a bit amusing about that.
The gatekeeper, okay? I hope more of us join and start to gatekeep our community from people like this. So that's number one in the...
Fair enough. Like I'm still developing what I think, I guess, because I'd need to be able to apply it to others and be able to do it consistently, if that makes sense. I'd need to make sure if I do think sex is changeable that I'm consistent about it. But yeah, I don't know. I need to think more about it, to be honest.
The grifter series. I couldn't even finish the whole video because it's just like him, he, she, whatever. I don't even know. You don't actually deserve my respect. So anyway, I just couldn't finish it because it's just the same nonsense over and over. The fact that these people expect you to respect them, yet they just throw so much crap at the wall. I really feel like they're just throwing it to see if it sticks. Here's the second one. Gonna love this one.
You know, it sounds crazy, but trans women can produce milk to feed a baby. Here's how. Step 1, you must grow your coconuts. After about 3 to...
Does anyone want to know about Lily Tito's trans milk? Here you go. Jesus Christ, this person is so grim.
5 years of estrogen, you will have fully functional milk ducts from which you can feed a baby. So once your coconuts are grown, it is time to start producing milk. Now, normally getting pregnant would trigger milk production, but since trans women can't get pregnant, we must do it another way. Turns out this is not all that difficult to do. Just add a few extra hormones and supplements and...
Yeah, all of this is true. Does it need sort of breaking down into a child-friendly kind of way? Does this person need to be the one talking about it?
Pump your coconuts regularly and you will start producing milk. Now I can already see the criticisms, the comments coming through. There's no way this milk is safe to drink or nutritious.
Oh, and they have to pick something that's like obvious. Because as far as I know, the Trilk thing, like, I think it's probably fine by the sound of it. It's produced in like the pituitary gland. And there's a certain medication you can take to induce it, like with a female. Oh, hi, Super Super. We're talking about trans milk with Lily Tino here. She had her coconuts out. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Don't you wanna know about Lily Tino's coconuts?
Coconuts regularly and you will start producing milk. Now I can already see the criticisms, the comments
like, yeah, as far as I know, it's probably fine, the actual stuff they produce. But like, I don't know. I'm not entirely familiar with whether things like HRT or whatever can be transmitted in it. And the other thing is, I don't know, like, what am I trying to say here? There's a certain point to which some of the trans stuff, like maybe in like fringe cases, it might be necessary. And a kid drinking Trilk, like that's probably better than them getting nothing, you know what I mean? But for one, that's a very rare occurrence. That's a very rare situation to be in. But for two, it's like, I don't know, like, why is the person doing that? Like, do we need to replace women that much too? I'm not sure. And someone like Lily Tino, there's no way you can like have this image in your head without wondering what exactly they're getting from this. Like, it's not just the fact they're feeding a baby, but like, I don't know.
coming through. There's no way this milk is safe to drink or
Yeah, they always pick something that they know the answer to. And there's so many questions about stuff like this.
nutritious or healthy, but it is scientifically proven to be. The one caveat is that a trans woman might not be able to produce enough milk to feed the baby, but what is produced is healthy and can always be supplemented with formula. Ultimately, the act of feeding your child yourself is
See, Buck disagrees more than I do, so formula is expensive, but you can get help. Yeah, well, aren't people always shoplifting formula nowadays? I think they cut it with drugs or something.
affirming to anyone, not just trans people. It also helps the child form a secure attachment to their parent. And for the record, I have no interest in having kids or producing milk. I just think it's cool that you can do this in the first place.
Of course he thinks it's cool. Why wouldn't you? Oh, hi, Clinton. My whole deal is simple. Why does it need to be discussed on the internet? There is that, yeah. I'm not sure. That nominal Naomi likes to talk about it because she was one of the ones actually like feeding their kid with it. It's one of those things that maybe I should look more into it, but I just don't want to because it sounds strange. I don't know. Like, I shouldn't assume that because it's a male wanting to breastfeed that it must be some kind of fetish or something, but I don't know. It's a weird feeling, I guess. Listen, there's probably people that do it and it's harmless and at least they're feeding their child instead of starving it or whatever, but it's not for me. I can't say that I'd ever be doing it myself, you know? The one mercy of the universe that we cannot collate all the horrors of our awareness at once. Fair.
Okie dokie, that's your favorite grifter, Lily, who's such the grifter of grifters, I don't even know where to start. But really, why are you doing that? Why are you even talking about that? Now, if you as a trans woman...
See, with like Lily, like, is she a grifter? Like, she pushes the boundaries so much, but it always seems to be like never quite enough, if you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I mean, we saw those like allegations recently with someone that was like, There was a few weird things in there, but for the most part, it just sounded like OnlyFans people being upset that someone unattractive hit on them or something. But like, I don't know. Like, to me, if it's a very dedicated bit if they're trolling, I guess. But I don't know. I will never, I don't think I'll ever come off the fence as to whether Lily Tino is like genuinely trans or not, because she's one of the ones that actually makes a bit more effort, if anything, appearance-wise. Like, does she really look that much worse than anyone else? It's more the shit she does in public, and we know that even like straight normal people, whatever, they do some weird shit in public. So do trans people, it turns out. Like, we're not special.
Want to produce milk and all of that. You know what? That's your business. You go right ahead. But why is this person who doesn't
The Holocaust. Well, if you don't think that trans people were targeted in the Holocaust, then you're a Holocaust denier, so yeah.
even want to have babies talking about trans women producing milk? Why do you think that is? I'll tell you why I think that is. Because they're a grifter. They want to get followers and hate so that they can make more money on TikTok, and they can just keep perpetuating this idea of trans women are women and you're misgendering. That's the misgendering king, by the way. You know what that's the whole grift right there. Sitting at the table, eating, why people call them a he when he's supposedly a she. And that's a full-on
Gotta wonder something. Maybe it's just because I haven't watched Lily Tino very much, and it's hard for me too because they like eat in videos and I have misophonia. But like, do people like give money to see someone getting misgendered? I'm not really sure what it is. Like, is it because they feel bad for her? Is it because they want to laugh at her? So they'll like give her views and like, and clicks and like give her money and stuff for like getting misgendered? I'm not sure. I correct what I previously said. Trans women's milk is more likely to be estrogen rich because regular women have less estrogen after pregnancy. Well, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, as far as I know, it's not. The substance itself isn't an issue. It's kind of everything around it. Like, I don't know. For me, it feels odd how much we seem to want to replace women. It's like with all that weird like shit I was watching about like womb transplants, you know? Oh, you have misophonia. Yeah, it fucking sucks. I don't know. It depends how severely you have it, I guess. But like, I can't deal with almost anything anymore.
on grift. Our community has never done that before. We would never put ourselves in that position to be purposely misgendered or talk about trans.
Sort of sounds like a god complex to me, wanting to change the biology and nature of reproduction. I kind of know what you mean. I think that's kind of similar to what I was saying. Like, it feels like we're trying to replace women when... Is it necessary? I mean, like, if there was a situation where it was, like, there was no other way of feeding this kid for some reason, yeah, I don't know. I don't think we should be trying to replace women. I think outside of, like, very niche circumstances, there's probably not a need for trans women to produce milk, you know?
It's a full-on grift. Our community has never done that before.
I don't know who was on my Discord that wanted to give birth. I can't remember. Maybe I wasn't around at that point.
We would never put ourselves in that position to be purposely misgendered or talk about trans women and their milk ducts and how you can have milk and you can have a baby. We would have never in a million years talked about this. Yet here's the grifter talking about how trans women can breastfeed babies and how it's healthy. Really? Really? I highly doubt it's healthy, okay?
See, I don't think he actually knows anything about this, unfortunately. Like, I wish you'd have read up about it, but I don't know. That's not to say it isn't strange. I don't hate these people enough. I probably should, yeah. I don't know. Whenever I get, like, really irritated on stream, I always come off after feeling a bit like, should I have gone that far? I don't know. When I watch other people, it's like, I'm actually quite tame most of the time. But I don't know. I'm still... It's always going to be up and down.
Because you're not the mommy. Okay, I don't care how much you want to be the mommy. You go right ahead, but you're not the actual mommy.
I really want to... I wonder if Nominal Naomi will do a response to this.
So,
I also think she's a grifter, by the way. She just copies Vorsh, and that's all you need to do.
You go right ahead, but you're not the...
Do the experiment on real baby. Yeah, I mean, they should be able to chemically test stuff. Supposedly they have, but I don't know. But yeah, like for me, you'd want to know what exactly it is and to make sure that it's like, you know, similar enough, I guess, to human milk. Human woman breast milk. I don't know. I will wake up soon, I promise. I had a really big matcha and I'm still fucking tired.
Actual mommy. So why would it be healthy for not the mommy to breastfeed? I'm telling you, it's my opinion, my channel. I can say it. No.
Some things just go too far for me. Should be risk on children. Some things don't feel right. Yeah, like testing it definitely like shouldn't be done. They should know what it is and all of that stuff. And I mean, it already has been tested on children. Like, you can look up, there's someone called Nominal Naomi on YouTube, who I've mentioned a few times, because she, like, actually has done the breastfeeding thing, which, I don't know. I don't know the situation. I don't know how necessary it is. But it's a bit, it feels strange. Men don't have mammary glands like women, right? I mean, I'm not a doctor. You can, like, you have to take a drug to induce, trans milk, I guess, but it can be done. I don't know. Again, like, it's one of those things. I feel like it's probably fine in terms of the substance, especially as like, what is it? Milk is produced in the pituitary gland, which isn't in the tit or anything. Yeah, it would depend on the substance, I agree. But assuming it's the same thing, to me, it's just more of the kind of social connotations of it, I guess. It feels strange. It feels odd that we want to replace women so much. So I can only see this being helpful in extremely niche cases, you know? Like, some baby's only got one trans woman to look after it. I don't know. Why is it probably fine? The milk, as far as I know, is the same basic substance. I don't know how much it transmits, like, medication. So that's something I'd be concerned about. But as far as I know, it's the same substance, and it comes from, like, the pituitary gland. I'm not saying that I'm, like, super down for this kind of thing. I think it has been, like, I don't know. I need to, listen, maybe I need to go on a fucking Trilk rabbit hole. I don't know. But if I type in Trilk, it's not going to know what I mean, is it? No, Trilk is an actual thing. Oh, it's someone's surname. Unlucky. Well, I presume you'd get it, like, chemically test it. So supposedly there was a study, NHS Trust, could be anyone, lactation in a transgender woman, International Breastfeeding Journal. Yeah, I mean, I presume you'd be able to chemically test something like this, you know? Like, there is some, I'm sure there's some stuff out there, but the thing is, I don't actually have any interest in defending Trilk because I still have my own kind of hang-ups around it. It's just that as far as I know, it's the same thing. That's why it's so easy to grow breasts. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're based on the same template, I guess. Where is it? To induce lactation. So, yeah. I know you're just being generous because... Yeah, of course. And I mean, I don't know. How would trans milk taste in my tea? Listen, I don't actually know what trans milk tastes like. I've never done this. It wasn't high on my list when I started transitioning, you know what I mean? Discontinued just to suckling problems of the infant and low milk production. Also, this is what Lily Tino mentioned. How do we know? Hang on. It was sufficient for supplementary feeding. I don't know. Maybe I need to do a deep dive of this whole subject and try and understand. This is the thing. I understand why it's weird to people, so that's why I'm quite hesitant about like defending it. But I also need to be honest. And there's some stuff I don't really know. I need to go on a deep dive of it. I'm sure that Nominal Naomi has done a lot of debates about Trilk. Oh my God. I'm just gonna play the video.
It's not, okay? Form an attachment to the mother is healthy because that's a natural...
That is a bit odd saying, oh, you can form an attachment to your parent. It isn't normally the way you do it. You don't normally form an attachment with a male parent that way. Sorry, what's my OBS doing? Oh, nothing, we're fine.
birthing experience.
Does it contain colostrum? Maybe, I don't know. Listen, I'd swan dive into an Olympic swimming pool of Trilk for like, I don't know, 100 grand. I'd do it for that. And also, you're not allowed to tell me or show me who the people are that produce the Trilk, because that would definitely be a potential thing that put me off.
Okay, so that's a completely different thing. Stop gaslighting everybody and stop grifting what trans is. Barf. Okay, let's...
Chest feeding. Oh, hi, Renata. Oh, because it's gender neutral. I think breastfeeding is fine. And besides anything else, I don't know how you'd breastfeed if you've had like a mastectomy. So I have no idea. I don't know what any of this gender neutral language is for. It seems that apart from in these kind of certain avenues, no one seems to use it, so.
Let's move on to number 3.
So I got served today at the pharmacy.
Oh my God.
And, I'm not saying men can't look like this because...
I'm not saying men can't look like this. Jesus Christ, what is this?
Please, go off, kings.
I don't understand. This look, literally, is just female minus the beard. Like, what's the point in this? Why change the language? Only women can breastfeed. Because it's gender neutral, and if you discount the feelings of pre-op trans men, then you're being bigoted or something. I don't know. Insert whatever SJW logic you like, really, for that, because I don't agree with it, so... If I transition, that would be an unparalleled perk. Wouldn't even need to go to the fridge. Yeah, true. It'd be cheaper. Buck Angel Space, fair enough. Hi, Uranium Toaster. Yeah, it is dumb. I don't like gender neutral language. When people say to a group of people that includes me, hi guys, I don't get offended because I'm like, well, I'm not a guy. It's just a word we use. And like, breastfeeding is fine. Like, why can't trans men just accept having breasts?
But like, I'm not doing damage to masculinity.
Yeah, you are.
I think y'all are when you serve me, when you call...
Oh, sorry, I didn't see your comment, Mav Magic. Oh, so they can technically breastfeed. I guess it wouldn't be the same kind of experience because the kid wouldn't be like latching on to you. I don't know. My nephew's mum, my partner's sister, alternatively, like she had a hard time when she had to come off of breastfeeding. Just because it's like a bonding experience. It's something that, you know, as a mother, you're likely to miss because there's not many ways you're closer to your own kid, I guess.
Call me a man, right? Like, I'm not a man. Don't consider me for the pool of men. And maybe the people who are like, oh, masculinity's in decline, will stop thinking I'm doing anything with it. I'm not part of that equation. Count me out.
Okay, so here's the...
I can't tell which way round that person is. Like, if the whole point of this was to get us to not be able to tell whether someone was originally born male or female, then fine, I get it. But everyone just, like, looks like shit. It's like, how much better would this person look? Take off this fucking beard. Wouldn't they look just better? Like, what is this doing for them? It makes them look like Keemstar. That kind of pointy thing with the beard. They look like Keemstar. Like, if they put a hat on, it would look like gay Keemstar. Just, you know, doesn't it make more sense? Just like, get some cohesion, you know what I mean?
I'm not part of that equation. Count me out.
Okay, so here's the other grift. There's a ton of these ones, okay? Tons of these trans women,
These people need problems, true. I think this is why I never fell down this kind of rabbit hole, because I always had just too many other things to deal with in my life, so I don't know. Couldn't be me.
Binary, gender fluid. Why are you even using the trans thing if you're gender non-binary?
True. It's almost like we should have been saying that from the start. It's almost like trans and non-binary are different things and shouldn't be treated as the same thing. It's almost like fucking trans communities shouldn't have allowed themselves to be fucking colonized by this shit, but that's what happened. And now everyone's just like, oh, well, you just choose to be trans, so okay. I just made a decision one day, and we all have to be fine with that. I had an asymmetrical haircut when I was 14. I had one when I was like 20 or 21. I can't remember. It's quite a while ago, so.
Very fluid with no gender. What? Hence transgender, transsexual. So these are the
You weren't always old. I'm not quite old enough to call myself old yet. I think you have to be at least 35, if not older.
grifters. You're a grifter, dude. There's no way. And of course you're getting misgendered. No one's misgendering you. You're a dude. Okay? You're not even...
Here's the thing. If you get misgendered as like a non-binary they, them, that is a completely different experience from being like a female to male or a male to female transsexual and getting misgendered. Because in the second case, it's like you're trying and that's being kind of undermined and it's suggesting that you didn't try hard enough, that you're still doing stuff wrong or whatever. If you try and look like a they, first off, they is just not a very natural thing to call someone for most people. And like 43, is that old? I don't know. To be honest, I'd put old at like 50 something, so I don't know. But yeah, like it's not the same thing. Like you can't really sort of try and dress like a they unless you're doing what this person's trying to do. In which case maybe you can. But it's like, I don't know. What are you trying to look like and then what are you getting called, you know? I get misgendered all the time in World of Warcraft because people think men only play games. If you got angry all the time about it, you wouldn't be able to play any game. Oh, yeah. To be fair, wasn't there plenty of like video game feminism about this kind of stuff at one point? Again, it wasn't stuff that I was down with. It just kind of was stuff that happened.
making an effort. These are the people that I'm so tired of being attached to. My trans woman friend.
Basically getting mad for someone not believing your religion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the thing with religions is like at least you can say no. With this, it feels like you can't, or you're a bigot. Like I've never seen anything like it.
And who just want to live their life, go about it, just be.
At Ocado, find chalks and calendars you'll adore.
You know, like picture Blair White just moving through the world as a woman. No one misgenders. That's a true transsexual. We've got to understand the difference between
Simping a little bit, but he's got a point.
the grifters, this dude wearing a mustache and beard and then wondering why people are misgendering. I don't care how your boobs are out. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make you a woman. Like what? So this is another grifter. This person's whole channel is about grifting trans. And we're tired of it. No one wants to be associated.
You know what? There's something I a little bit admire about someone like this, which is that I do get the idea of like pushing the boundaries when it comes to gender, but they just never seem to look very good.
With you. You got some serious mental health stuff going on, or you're just a plain old grifter who wants to say this so that everybody can call you. You can call everybody transphobic and just go about your business, making the world angry at everybody, at transsexuals, because you're not making an effort. Grifter number 3. Grifter number 4 coming up. I would say this is one of the biggest grifters.
How much do these people make transsexuals look bad? I'm not really sure anymore. I'm hoping that most people kind of separate the queer shit from the trans shit, but it's hard to say.
Especially in the space of female to male trans.
See, I think this is why I prefer to cover people that are like using rhetoric to represent trans people, rather than using some kind of controversial look and pushing boundaries. Because like when it comes to like representation, one act is a lot more deliberate than the other, I guess. Like this person just looks cringy and says stupid shit, you know?
Sexuals. This one did a whole...
I have no idea if I'm making any fucking sense today, by the way. I'm like, I don't know. I was meant to be editing and stuff this morning, but I had to take Charlie to the dentist and it took a little while. But she's doing okay, which is good. Gender bending fashion is cool. Pretending to be some made up thing is... Yeah, exactly. I think that's a way better way of putting it than what I did.
Whole video on me about how I'm a grifter. Don't watch Bucket. This especially in the space of female to male transsexuals. This one did a whole video on me about how I'm a grifter. Don't watch.
You live the most privileged life. Your whole existence revolves around gender and what's in between your legs. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. To me, there seems to be so much like navel gazing involved in assigning yourself one of these like queer identities. I've just never had time for any of that shit. Trilk Mustache. Hey, that's my next band name. That's my next band name and my next album name.
Watch Buck Angel, and be careful, Buck Angel is a self-hating trans. I love when they call me self-hating. It's so good. 32.
Oh my god, how many of these people have like made a video on him? We covered the Leo and Willie one. There's so many. Like hit pieces against these kind of trans people are like fucking 10 a penny. And people still, all these trans people still fucking keep making these YouTube accounts and being like, you know what people need in 2024? A hate video against Blair White or Buck Angel. Wow. Oh, thank you, Circle. I appreciate that. If I wanted to be called they, I'd dress up as Ghostface and put a dildo on my forehead like a unicorn. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, Buck Angel is a self-hating trans. I love when they call me self-hating. It's so good. 32 years later. It's awesome. So anyway, this one...
Is there a lazier way of criticizing someone than to say that they hate themselves? Like, that's the easiest thing you can do, is tell someone they hate themselves. If you're not self-hating to some extent, you're probably oblivious. Yeah, maybe.
Me is the...
Like, yeah, maybe they could stand to think a little less of themselves, some of these people. I come across a lot of fucking blind arrogance, so it wouldn't surprise me to think, to find that a lot of these people literally think that they're, like, perfect. Is which one, sorry? The one that was on, I have no idea. That's Buck Angel. He's, FTM. I always say them the wrong around. I don't know what it is. The next person coming up is supposedly MTF. No, FTM. There we go.
2 years later. It's awesome. So anyway, this one, to me, is the biggest trans man grifter of them all.
God, I hate asking the internet for help, but please, I need your help. I had to move out of my studio because my landlord was harassing me. My cat was getting tased, and then he stole all of my money. And the only reason...
The cat getting tased, like, is for real? Did this actually happen? Can you even tase a cat? I've heard it all now, Jesus Christ.
why I moved there was because I had to evacuate because the wrong side of the internet literally hunted me down because of anti-trans stuff. Like, oh God. I tried to help a loved one out of a domestic violence situation this summer, and I literally lost everything.
Wow, really?
I lost everything, including my own sanity. I feel like my brain is broken. I feel like my heart is broken. I feel like everything in me is breaking. My body is falling apart, and I can't afford the doctor's appointments to get the scans that I need. They found a variation on my spine, and I can't get the follow-up scans to figure out what it is. I can't afford any of my medication, including my...
Venmo, PayPal. This is the grift. Listen. Look here for a sec. Here we go. Venmo, PayPal, GoFundMe in bio. Like, Jesus Christ, if you're like a figure or something, why wouldn't you, like, you need money, like, do some streams or something. It can't be that hard to get some, like, get some money coming in, surely. It's bizarre. Like, what do they do most of the time? Oh, hi, Heathen Granny 666. You okay?
Taylor. Every time I feel like I have solid ground to stand on, it's quicksand. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I just pray all the time for a miracle. I can't live like this anymore, and I can't get out of this on my own, and I don't know how to get out of this hole that I'm in. I can't do this anymore. I don't know what to do. Like,
wow.
My faith in God is impermeable.
Malaria gnats. Yeah. I don't know why these people can't make money for themselves. Like, this person is well known to at least some extent. Aslan T. Bird. Like, I think they were saying, like, deranged shit about Palestine at one point. Like, I don't know, it's so weird. Like, he does this a lot as well. This is not the first video where he's been, like, crying on the camera, like, begging for help. So I don't know. Like I said, if you've got enough of a internet presence, surely there's like options available to you. You can get people watching, like streams and stuff. You can get some AdSense. You can get a few donations, surely. Like, is it that difficult? I'm not sure.
But my faith in humanity is being lost. At least I have this car. I spent almost all of the money I have left getting this car so that at least we have a place to go.
Oh my god, how much was it? I want to know how much they wasted on probably a much more luxury car than they need. But I don't know that, to be fair.
I'm tired of breaking down, and I can't.
It's easy to be objective about other people and not yourself. Yes, true, very true. And that's why when people say, like, that they know what they want, they don't always. When people say that, like, they transition because that's what they needed to do, it's like they don't necessarily know that's what they need to do. It's what they think they need to do. But what they need to do is often difficult to ascertain. But try telling anyone that they don't know themselves as well as they think they do. It never works. So, it's kind of a difficult one to argue, I guess.
Can't
Okay.
stop crying.
Okay. Okay.
Please
Okay.
check out my
Okay.
GoFundMe.
I mean-
please check out my shop.
First off, you got a car.
God, I have never done a GoFundMe in my life. I don't think I've ever done anything to, like, raise funds for something. I don't know. Listen, seems to be the way that most of us do this kind of shit now.
Babe, sell the car. Right there. I'm going to give you some advice. Sell the car. This one is actual.
Make some merch, get on the internet, fucking do something. Like, he's probably like an artist or some shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know much about Aslan T-Bird, believe it or not. I don't blame people for being genuinely confused. That's it, yeah. It's difficult because you have to, yeah, this person has 49.1k followers. Oh, and they're a Muslim as well. So yeah, I love autism. Quirkify autism. Gotta love it.
Of being autistic. I am so glad that I'm autistic. I'm so glad. Oh my God. I know that it has challenges. I know that I am literally disabled, and that is very clear and that is very real. And also, I love being autistic. Thank God I am autistic. Thank you.
Yeah, it's one of these kind of things. They shave their head, that's super important. Listen, when a female shaves their head or does anything with their hair, you have to pay attention to them. Otherwise, you're bigoted. Decolonize your vegan... Hey, Sam, do you want to decolonize your veganism?
I keep getting told that my products are unethical because I use leather, or people messaging me asking me to use vegan leather instead. And y'all, please stop. It is not more sustainable or ethical to use plastic over indigenous processed deer hide. If you want to live a life filled with environmentalism, then you need to look towards indigenous people, practices, and products.
I don't know how often these kind of people have actual autism diagnoses. I wouldn't be surprised if at least a few of them were.
The vegan movement is so focused on the no animal rule that they're forgetting just how racist.
What? The no animal rule? Yeah, that's a pretty big rule when it comes to fucking veganism. No animals in your thing. Like, I don't know, I've got at least one vegan here. Have you ever thought, shit, I'll just contravene the main rule of veganism for this, that, or the other. Treated leather does not biodegrade very well either. I have no idea. But we're being racist, apparently.
They're being. And I see indigenous creators getting harassed all the time when they eat meat. But I have never seen any commentary from vegans about the polymer clay earrings. You know, the plastic earrings that pollute the environment. Did you know that indigenous people make up 5% of the population, but are responsible for 80% of the Earth's diversity of taking care of
What does that mean?
the environment? 80%.
What does that mean? Indigenous people are responsible for 80% of the Earth's diversity of taking care of the environment. What? I don't know. I don't know. Someone who is indigenous apparently is telling them that veganism is not racist. I didn't think veganism was racist, so I don't know.
If you're vegan, that's totally fine. Go you. But please stop with that holier than thou act. Please.
That I agree with.
Start decolonizing your veganism.
That means nothing, literally. I don't know. Are there any more funny ones here? Like, Jeez, like, I just don't get it. Like, okay, you look like Brad taste in music now, I guess. Like, I don't know, it makes me a bit sad in a way. And like this fucking... I'm sure there was one that went like really viral. There was one of these Muslim ones or something. Which one was it? I will not be tokenized. Who's tokenizing you? A new look. I can't remember what it was. Quiz for Palestine. There was a really, going back on testosterone, Jesus. There was one that went like really viral. Femmes with facial hair. I don't fucking know. This person is, interesting. You can see the mood swings. You can see the, oh my god, I'm autistic. The next one is crying in their car. Check out my GoFundMe.
I need help, y'all. Oh gosh, I feel like I can't really think clearly right
This looks like they're acting. Like, does their face look like they're concerned?
now because I can't. All of my energy has been trying to
I need help. I really need help. Like, in this, she looks completely, like, dissociated.
find a place, and I can't.
Like, they're saying about, like, finding a place. They look like they're just discussing, like, where they're going to eat in a bit. This person has never met a progressive left-wing talking point they didn't try to exploit. Yeah, I can imagine.
Fine. I literally just can't find one that's affordable, and I don't have enough money right now to get a place that's more expensive. I've been homeless for months. I've been stuck on the wrong side of the internet for 1.5 years, and those things combined has made it impossible to survive. And I quite literally wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. Like, the amount of money that y'all have raised for me so far has...
Jesus, and I wonder what it's been spent on. Is there a link to this GoFundMe anywhere? Oh, here it is. Here it is. So this is their... Whoa. Written by someone else. Okay. $15,000. You can also spot a little... You can always spot a little smirk on this person. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like, in this one, they seem... kind of genuine, I guess. I try not to guess too much, but like,
I need help, y'all. Oh gosh, I feel like
this looks like bad acting. Do you know what I mean?
I can't really think clearly right now.
That's like bad acting. That was like if I was like pretending.
I need help, y'all. Oh gosh, I feel like I can't really think clearly right now.
They can't think clearly. I feel like I can't think clearly. I'm homeless. It's like it doesn't fit. I don't know. Strange, very strange. I just want to look at this. Needs help getting back on their feet. On meds that are working. Supposedly off these platforms, even though that Instagram video was 3 days ago. I don't know who Moll is, actually. Who is that? AGP smack? I don't think they're AGP. I mean, this is a born female. Practicing mutual aid. Practicing mutual aid, aka famous trans people take money from not famous trans people to squander on God knows fucking what. Yeah. I don't know. What are you supposed to make of this kind of shit? Donation protected. Don't know what that means. I don't e-beg, so... There we go. Help Aslan heal and thrive.
Actually mentally ill. Okay, I don't mean to laugh at mentally ill people, but this one brought it on themselves. I don't necessarily think that they're just so out of it. They are a top-notch grifter. Top-notch. They are literally...
So Moll is a TikToker. I'll need to look into them. I'm not familiar.
Really making money off you all. Do you see right there in that little box, that little purple box right there? It says Venmo, then it says PayPal, and then it has a GoFundMe, which I looked, and I think it's a $15,000 GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And already it has $5,000 in it. Literally, people are giving this crazy person money.
Listen, this is how I feel about the Caffles shit, but people don't seem to really agree with me on the Caffles thing. Maybe I'm just on my own. Kind of seems like they duped a whole lot of people, but sure. Someone gave her $1,000. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, I can't imagine having the kind of disposable income where you can just throw that kind of money to someone and it doesn't really matter, because you'd have to. You'd have to be able to have enough that it doesn't really matter if you're giving someone like $1,000. But yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. If you go out there saying, I need money, you're going to come across the odd person that has a lot of money and is sympathetic to you. By the way, you should like the stream and also check out my links, because I am way better than that person.
Money. This is what they say all the time. I'd say in the last year of all the videos I've watched on this person, it's the same crybaby stuff, that they have health problems, they have weird
Wait, is Mole Fuzz99?
things on their eyeballs and up their nose and in their back and all kinds of health problems going on. Yet here they are on testosterone. Okay? That costs money.
Hi, I'm Nick, the founder of 47 Skin, the only skincare products in the world to contain silver.
How are you getting your testosterone? Where are you getting your needles from?
AGPs aren't inherently bad. I'd like it to be demonized less. Yeah, see, I don't think it'll ever catch on, because you need trans people to kind of be okay with it, and it seems like you're calling them fetishists, so like, I think it's always going to have limited like power. I'm talking to that Ray Alex Williams Saturday, hopefully, so hopefully I'll kind of get all that kind of wrapped up. It should be interesting. Oh, thank you, Cameron. Yeah, I'm on 613 at the moment. It should be higher though. People should sub to me on YouTube. Videos every day, including today, even though it took longer than it should have. It's just one Fuzz99. Yeah, I know who that is. The I'm glad you asked. That one. Jesus Christ. I watched a video on this person. It like gave me a headache. I'm like, oh my God. And then they did that video about they got fired from their job for like the weird racy shit they used to put on the internet, and it's like turning it into like, I got hate crimed. It's like, you didn't get hate crime, bro. I don't know. Listen, if Devo got fired from his job as a teacher for being Devo, then Fuzz99 deserves being fired from their job for doing that. That's the entire that's how it works. Listen, if you don't know who Devo is, also I feel sorry for you.
How are you having your checkups? You're full of it. No way. This is one of the most insane trans grifts.
Yeah, people like Fuzz99, like aiming like that kind of content that heavily towards kids just grosses me out. I just can't with it. Nasty.
Of all time, okay? So I highly suggest not to give this person one dime, because if you actually do care about this person, and I do, and it's why I'm calling them out, they need to be in a mental...
Oh, the one with the giant titties. I don't know who that is. Wasn't there a judge or like a barrister or something that was the same? They had like these massive fucking things on. I don't know what those people's deal is, you know.
Hospital, and they need to be taken off the internet, and they need actual real help. They don't need your money. They need real help. That looks to me like a brand new car. Okay, grifter number 4 with
yeah, that was the thing I was thinking. Like, what kind of... Oh no, not Devo. Hang on, I need to show you now. Forgot that most of you are American. This is like British people my age. This is like crack. Hang on, I'll just play the rest of this and I'll show you what Devo is. But yeah, Devo, the guy that plays Devo, you'll see in a minute who it is. The guy that plays Devo is, he was a like primary school teacher or something. And eventually his job found these old videos. Not Devo. They found these old videos of him doing what it was he was doing, which again, I'll show you. And he got fired from his job. To be fair, he says some like crazy shit, but you know.
that, y'all, I'm going to leave you with this. We've got to just stop, and we've got to really see the difference in people who actually need this medicine, the adults who will suffer if they don't get to go through the transition.
Yeah, we get the idea. Listen, I agree with what Buck's saying here. Probably could have looked into the Trilk thing a bit more. Powered by Rainbows. Yes, I watched them. What did I watch? It was some trans science video. Like, I don't do too many trans science videos because they always just put me in the worst mood because a lot of it's just really irritating. But yeah, I reacted to one thing. I watched another thing that just looked like product placement. It was like the most capitalist video I've ever seen. But yeah, this is who Devo is. Oh.
Mate, it's fucking... Check out my pad, mate, it's fucking busty as hell. Maybe I'll just get a bed here so I can, like, come down and fuck loads of birds in here, like. You fucking gay cars! You fucking lorry dickhead! Just pretend I'm looking for a job, like, because I want to fuck her and all, like. What's with fucking wire, dickhead? Oh, that's minging. Is he dead? Do you think he's dead? Who's fucking boss at fucking jobs now? I think he's dead anyway. Fucking 20s. 40s, that one, is that a 5, that one? Right.
I have no idea what the music is, by the way. This is what's known as chav culture. This was what a lot of British people were doing, like about 20 years ago, maybe less.
I'm doing out. Think you got me?
What's a US dollar? No, mate, it's a pound note from Scotland. No, I'll leave you that, love. You buy, so you'll get your hair done. What? Well, I'm taking it with me then, love. If you're not going to spend it, I'll go and get my hair cut. Bargains, are in, aren't we? Fucking loads of booze in here. Did you get home? Little kids don't mind me or like that. They call me like Uncle fucking Devil and that.
You know what, maybe there's more parallels than I thought.
And like I hand out sweets and a bit of booze and I fucking love that. Fucking bro, mate. Where you going, Tiger? Where you going? I want you to just give me a push on that, mate. Not too fast, like, dickhead. That's fucking too fast, dickhead. You fucking gay, what are you doing? You fuck off, what are you doing? You still here? What are you eating? Fucking find no food round here, dickhead. I fucking know.
Yeah, so that's what British people who are poor 15 to 20 years ago acted like. But yeah, he got, like, there were loads of videos like this. The guy holding the video, the guy holding the camera is David Firth, who made like salad fingers and stuff like that. And like, yeah, eventually the people who hired him for however long, they found these videos and like fired him. So like, if he deserves to get fired for that, then Fuzz99 absolutely deserve to get fired. That's my take on that. Yeah, I fucking love Devo. Listen, any British people of a certain kind of age, somewhere around my age, they've seen fucking Devo. But yeah, anyway, I think that's about it for that one. Neds, yeah. You've got Neds. I think they're called Scallies in like the northwest. Chavers. If you go up northeast, it's like Chavers. And yeah, it became like roadmen. But it was like a huge deal, like between 15 and 20 years ago. Like it's all people would talk about is like chavs for a white trash. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. Devo. I love Devo. A lot more than most of what I'm watching today. What have we got here?